Hi, I'm Jason, and I teach non-technical people, like myself, how to build apps without writing one line of code, as it says on this website that I'm working on. I've been working on it on a tool called Webflow. Awesome tool, thumbs up. I came across a problem though that was complicated to solve, so today I'm going to try and simplify it for you. I'm going to show you how to create a modal in Webflow. What's a modal? It's like a pop-up window, displays in front of your website, and deactivates the rest of it. So it kind of forces you to engage with it by completing an action or closing it out. Let me show you an example over here on Amy Porterfield's website. If I click on Give Me the Goods, see how the rest of the website goes dark, and then this modal pops up here, and then you're forced to either subscribe or close out. That's what we're going for here. And what I want to do on my site here is that's going to pop up when you click this button, give me access, kind of like the main call to action here. So when you click that, it's going to pop up a modal where you can subscribe. So first thing I want to do is create the scene when the modal is triggered. I want it to look like this, where it's got the darkness behind and then the window on top. So back in my Webflow site here, we wanted to darken a bit. So let's work on that. I'm going to press Control K here, and we're going to look for a div block. Drag it in here right under the body. And we want this element to be fixed width. So under position, fixed, this means that it stays put if you scroll around the site. Now we also want to adjust the size of it to be full width of the screen. So we're going to say 100 VW view width, 100 VH view height. So now it's the full width of the screen. And now let's enter the darkness. I'm gonna go to my background color, black. I don't want it that black though. So the transparency here, we'll just bring it down a little bit. Probably like that, pretty good. These inputs are showing in front of the darkness, so I'm gonna adjust that by using the Z index. We'll just put that to 1, and that puts the darkness right on top of everything else. Next up, we need to create the window. The window that pops up when the user clicks my button here, give me access. So let's grab another div. That's not what I want.
Oops.
Some interesting searches there though. Control K, there we go. Div. And we're gonna throw that inside the first one.
Awesome.
That is totally div. This one's gonna be a little bit smaller, something like 600 pixels width and 400 height. Oh, that's wrong again.
What are you doing, you moron?
Wrong area. We want size. Here we go. 600, 400. Next I want to center this, so I can do this by setting all the margins to auto. If I hold shift, I can do all 4 at the same time. And I'm going to set the position to absolute, and we're going to make it full, and that puts it right in the middle. But you can't see it other than this little blue line, so let's go to the background again. Background color is white, and there it is. BRB, I'm just going to style it a bit. So let's preview it. I'm going to click this little eyeball here. So two things here. One is I only want this to show when the user clicks the subscribe button. And two, there's no way to X out of here. So it's kind of stuck. So let's head back to design mode. And let's add an X button. First thing we need is another div. Always start with the divs. Cool. We're going to make this absolute. And we're going to put it top right, where the X button usually is. We also need an actual image of an X. Actually, I already have one that I stole from Google here in my photos. So we can just take this and throw it right in div block 10. Whoa, that's too big. Size like 30 maybe. Yes, and some padding. Yes. What? Where'd it go? What? Oh, I should put the padding on the div. That's why. There we go. How does that look? Good? Not good? Good enough? Okay. Now the fun starts. We need to add animations. This is where we can tell Webflow what to do when the user clicks on stuff. So, first thing we want to do is just hide our whole setup here, because right now it's always showing. See? It's always showing. When I go to the site, this is just going to show. That's not what I want. So the main div, you would want to name these better, but for sake of speed, we'll just leave it as the default div block 19. This I want to hide. Oh, cool. Look, there's the website. It's back. And next thing we want to do, I'm going to scroll down to my button, give me access. We want to add a animation to this button. When the button is clicked, we want the modal to show. That's the animation. So I can click on the little lightning bolt, which is called interactions, also animations, I think. I don't know. Interactions or animations. Okay. Plus mouse click. On first click, action, start an animation. Timed animation, hit the plus button. And I'm going to name this CTA button. Now that we're here, I'm going to click on my div block 19, because this is what I want to show when you click the button. So click plus, and I'm going to choose, there's a bunch of stuff you can do here. I'm going to use hide show. You can see it's hiding and showing div block 19. And down here, first I'm going to set an initial state, which is going to be hidden. So initially my modal is hidden. Add another one, hide show. Now we're going to make it not hidden. Imagine that. Oh, there it is. So it was hidden. Now it's not. Let's preview that. Okay, initial state's not showing. But if you click the button, it shows.
Wow.
So that's cool. It's a little rigid though. So let's ease it in. Ease it in. You could do that with opacity. So I'm going to choose opacity. Initial state is 0. And I'm going to do another one, which is going to be 100. So it's going to go from 0 to 100. And there's a little duration option here. Let's set it to 1 second so I can exaggerate the opacity. So if I click it now, oh, something happened. There was absolutely zero opacity. That is because the opacity should come after showing it. So we show it and then we ease it in. Try again. What? I can't exit out yet. We'll have to work on that next. But did you see the opacity? It kind of took a little while. So 1 second, maybe too much. I'll put it back to 0.5. What? Awesome. But the X button, we got to work on that. So head back. Now, here's my X button. Here's the div it was in. I'm going to save out of here for now. And okay, let's select that div again. Go to animations. Mouse click. Start an animation. We want a new one. Call it X button. Now we want to select that main div, outer div. And then we want to hide and show again. So this time we're going to hide it. Hide. And we'll do one more for opacity again, because we wanted to ease out. Before it was easing in, now it's easing out. So this goes to 0. So now I click it, eases in. Ooh, X button is not working. Oh, kind of worked. One more thing we got to do there. We got to make the cursor into like a little hand, so it knows that that thing is clickable. So I'm still on that div block. So all the way down, cursor right at the bottom. Make it a pointer. Whoop. Ooh. Whoop. Whoop.
Please stop that.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I appreciate you watching. This was my first Webflow video. So if you want to see more Webflow, let me know in the comments. And now that I have this fancy subscribe, give me access button, go to buildappswithoutcode.com. Click that button. You'll see the fancy modal we just made, and you can subscribe. And as promised, you'll get free access to all my best content. Since I just made this website, I don't have any subscribers yet, so you might even be my first subscriber, and I will love you so much. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.